Hello and welcome to Deep Dive December, where, as promised, we use our video footage from November 2020 to do as many deep dives into wrestler performance as possible. We've already looked at the ozeki who succeeded, so now let's look at the two who didn't, starting with Asanoyama. If September was indifferent for the 26-year-old strongman, November was a disaster. His only achievement was to avoid starting with 3 straight defeats again. But even that came at the cost of a right shoulder injury when lunging for Kiribayama's belt in the very first match. It still looked pretty good on the day, a hungry ozeki forcing the pace against his opponent in his bid to finally go beyond 12 wins in a tournament. But the bruise and internal bleeding worsened, as did the pain. By the time he fought Terunofuji on day 2, the shoulder was nigh unusable. Much was made of the fact that, unlike his ozeki rivals, Asanoyama hadn't joined October's group sessions at the Kokugikan, but ex-Sekiwake Takatoriki is among the many pundits insisting that was not to blame. "I believe him when he said he trained enough in his stable," Takatoriki told his YouTube fans. "He didn't miss much at the Kokugikan. Those sessions were a bit for show." What is more concerning, experts agree, is that the injury has occurred on his right side, the one he uses to smash through defenses. So crucial is the inside right to his attack that he wants to be synonymous with it. True, he was originally an inside left man until fracturing his elbow in junior high, but switching back to that now, with all he's conditioned himself to do at the highest level, would be a Herculean task. Having seen what happened to Kiseno Sato when injury affected his inside grip, we can only hope that Asanoyama's shoulder heals fully. Speaking this week for the first time since his injury, the ozeki claims, "The shoulder pain has almost gone, and I can virtually use it as normal, which is great compared to where I was 2 weeks ago." He aims to restart practice bouts before the rankings chart emerges on the 24th, and to stay mindful of what he can realistically do until then, focusing on core exercises for the moment. In November, he took advantage of the time spent at home to thoroughly study all his opponents on TV each day, but admitted it felt strange to be out injured for the first time as a pro. He's made a pact with new master Asaseki-ryu to get Takasago stable bouncing, and vows to dispel all his regrets in January. But fears he will become the latest fine fighter to force himself back too early to defend a cherished rank are real. Looking back on 2020 as a whole, Asanoyama has much of which to be proud. An ozeki promotion in March and double figures in every tournament he completed. But on the negative side, there were no wins against Yokozuna, and 2 catastrophic collapses which cost him a second title. His outgoing coach insisted he get by on sheer advancing power over tricks, but he may need a few of those to thwart his toughest foes. While a strongman's pride impels him to try and outmuscle Terunofuji, Chairman Hakkaku advises him to consider trying a throw on the retreat to take him by surprise instead, because the Asanoyama way clearly isn't working. First wins against Teru, and of course Hakuho, must be top of the to-do list for 2021, if Asanoyama considers himself worthy of going any higher. What do you think he needs to do?